So Facebook just released a statement. Hard questions. Is spending too much time on social media bad for us, right? And they've been under a lot of scrutiny lately because for a while now, there have been a lot of different studies coming out linking high use of Facebook to depression, right? And they obviously want to deny this because and want to say it's other issues because yeah, that's their business, right? They don't want to completely destroy their business model and stuff. But clearly, the things that they highlight within the article that are the issues are things like passively consuming information. And then they even highlight how they're going to start to ban and censor fake news and stuff. And all their fact checkers and stuff are like AP, Snopes, Washington Post, PolitiFact. Like a lot of left wing sources are their fact checkers. So obviously, that's going to mean that they're going to be censoring a lot of conservative opinions and fact checking a lot of conservative things, and then not fact checking a lot of liberal things, right? So it's gonna be highly skewed. It's kind of like lying by omission, right? So that's their solution, right? Is getting rid of fake news and getting people to start interacting more with the content because they found links that show that the more people interact with the content, the happier they feel. Well, no shit, right? That's because the people who are interacting more with the content have a lot more friends and are a lot more popular. And the people who aren't interacting as much with it aren't as popular and have less friends. So this isn't really that complicated to figure out, right? It's not very complex. The people who are popular get good reinforcement. The people who aren't popular and who have like depression, anxiety issues that are neurotic already get negative reinforcement from it, right? So, when they're not getting likes and stuff like that, for some people, they don't really give a shit. But other people, it can really affect them, right? They'll be like, well, why am I not getting likes? What's wrong with me? What did I do? How come I'm not getting invited to these events? Etc. So people who are neurotic, people who are young, teenagers, young girls and stuff, these people are more vulnerable to being depressed and stuff and getting negative feedback from Facebook. But obviously Facebook doesn't really want to address that because that's a huge percentage of their market, right? And they want to essentially blame the internet as a whole, fake news, and passively consuming information, which is nonsense. We've been passively consuming information for thousands of years. Like reading a book is pretty fucking passive. You're turning the page, but you're just reading. You're passively consuming it. Like that's not the issue. People are using the internet to read shit passively and stuff is not the issue as well. Right? It's the fact that people who are already prone to being depressed, prone to being neurotic, these things, Facebook doesn't make them any better. It actually makes them worse. But they're not going to put a huge thing like a warning saying, hey, don't use our product if you're below the age of this or that, because that's a huge percentage of their fucking audience, of their market. So why would they come out and be honest about it? They're going to blame other things, and a few of the things they're saying they're going to do seems like a decent idea that could help, like snooze, blocking people, or like muting them essentially so you don't have to see their posts, but then you don't have to have the whole awkward thing. It's like, why did you unfollow me? What the fuck? You don't like me anymore? It's like, no, I just can't handle your fucking posts online, right? So that's a decent feature. And then there was another like, take a break one for exes and stuff, so you don't have to see their shit. So those are some decent features that I think could help. But the real issue is people that are, highly neurotic in nature, young children, etc., that Facebook is more harmful to these people and can generally have more of a negative impact on them. But like I said before, they're not going to address it because that's a massive chunk of their audience, right? They're going to blame the internet, fake news, right? Fake news doesn't make you depressed, right? Maybe some fake news, if it's like really dire, like a meteor is going to come and hit the earth and shit, and you're like, fuck, we're done. Maybe you'll be temporarily depressed. But I don't even see how that even factors into anything and why they even addressed it within their statement, right? But it's just funny to me, and I'll put a link in the description below so you can read it for yourself and get a good laugh. But if you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See